right, moving along, feeling good. Oh, it would not be a Monday without my golden girl. How are you?
Good. How are you? I'm
Good. What's going on?
struggling with some brain fog today, so bear with me, please. I still wanted to ask my question. Um, so I'm finding that, like we've talked about, you talk about a lot, the universe is filling in like the gaps. So I took a leap and bought new equipment, that sublimation equipment. Literally tested it once, and a few days ago, so I haven't posted that I could do anything with it yet because I hadn't really tested the whole process. And I had a woman, I'm talking to Mr. David. I had a woman approach me that I haven't talked to in 2 years. I met her like once to do shirts, and then it kind of fell through. She didn't need them at the time. Asked me if I can make custom photo masks. And I'm like, well, I have the equipment. I've tested the process somewhat. Yes, we're gonna try this and I'll make these for you. And it was like a really short deadline too. But I had enough confidence from that big order to go ahead and do it. And a couple of other things have come up kind of like that, where I've gone ahead and taken a leap and put the money out to get whatever it was, and then immediately had a use for it. So I'm at the point, I know I talked to you about, talking to other people, partners and whatnot. People are coming to me little by little, like I feel like I'm in the walking phase. Is he okay? Okay, they're in the pool. I feel like I went from the crawling phase. I'm kind of in the walking phase, and I'm being patient, but I want to know, with what I'm making, what I'm doing, is it appropriate? And then how do I go about approaching like companies to make like masks and other things? Sorry, I'm struggling today.
No, you got it. Yeah. So first of all, you've built a business and you have opportunities, and now you want to expand those opportunities into some bigger companies and bigger opportunities. No matter who you are and what you're doing, this for everyone, there's 4 ways that we ask, right? You obviously can provide value and service. You have credibility. You have an emotional attachment to what you do. It's a unique offering. And so what you need to do is create a plan for each of the 4 ways that you're going to ask. 1, you're going to start asking in person, meaning the people that you do come in contact with in person, you're going to ask, hey, do you know any companies that may want this? Right.
Okay.
And you're going to tell your story. Look, I started this business. It's taking off. I'd love it if you had, if you knew any companies or anyone that works for companies that may be able to utilize this in person. Same thing on the phone. When your people call you, when you call them, tell your story and say, hey, here's the value that I'm providing to all these people. Once again, do you know anybody that can, help me? Do you know anyone that might need this? All this attention and intention creates more coincidences, right? You're in the flow. You've built that since we've met. I can see even more manifestation. This is no accident. Same thing with emails. I will say this again and again on here. Every spam email I get says, here, this is how I can help you, right? I do free trainings on Friday. I have a private coaching group that I have here, or I do one-on-one business advisory. I ask, and 1 out of 10 people know somebody that I can help on a scam. So all 3 of those, and then of course on your media, capture what you're doing and post it up there, right? Capture the person wearing the mask with the pictures on it. You can go ahead and modify and amplify that. Let the universe provide you more opportunities. They'll be like, oh my God, that's so cool. I want it for my company. In the video, say something like, hey, these are great, especially if you have a small business, a dry cleaner or a restaurant or whatever it is. Imagine all your guests having, these pictures of themselves at the restaurant on there, or whatever it may be. I don't know. Anyway, ask in person, on the phone, email, and media. Okay?
Okay, so is it then so like the company that I sent those masks to, I wanted to do a follow-up and see how they liked them, because they didn't say anything after they got the package. Is it appropriate to find out, like to talk to them and make sure that they liked everything, and then to ask them if they know anybody else that might need that?
Yeah.
So I've never been in this position before, so I'm like,
yeah. That's what Jeremy just talked about. That's exactly. It's like, hey, and you might want to have an ask for them and say, hey, not only do I want to know how they worked out, can you send me a picture with the group wearing them? Right. And then you just say, hey, do you know any other companies that may like this? People want to help you. Nobody's a gatekeeper. They're all sponsors of everybody wants to help you. All right.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm going to say about 50% of the orders that I've had on Etsy are repeat customers too. So I wanted to start reaching out, and some of them have sent me pictures, and I was actually going to ask you about the social media, and is this the part that maybe I should be documenting, like how I'm making them, and even if I have, sometimes I have to make silent video, like even if it's just the video part, maybe I can do that. That was my next question. I was going to go into Etsy and ask the people who submitted reviews if they knew anybody else and would they mind recommending them, kind of thing. I guess for me, it was just a little bit of a touchy subject because it seems so divided right now between the people who want to wear masks and the people who are totally against the mask.
Doesn't
That,
matter.
I think, was my only hang up.
Plenty of people. Don't worry. That's for
Okay.
everyone out there. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Have fun with the kids. Take care.
I will. Thank you. You too.
All right.